Greetings and welcome to this edition of
Positronic Hypersonic.
I'm Barry P. Cook, and I'm here to talk to you about the latest episode of Marvel's Secret Invasion. It was called Promises, and as the episode starts, we get a flashback to 1995, where we witness some of the events that I think were in Captain Marvel, or that happened around the time of Captain Marvel. And then we get a little bit of a flash forward to 1997 in London, where we see a young Gravik. He's been brought to see Fury after the death of his parents, and the woman who brought him there thinks he could be an asset to S.H.E.I.L.D. Fury offers SKRULL refugees also present a deal where he and Captain Marvel help them find a new home if they take on human guys and work with him to protect Earth from the S.K.R.ULL, etc. We then go to present day and the chaos after the bombing in Moscow. Fury and Keller are on a train to Warsaw, and Keller tells Fury about how he has summoned 1 million SKRULL to Earth for their safety, while Fury was up on Saber. And Fury doesn't take that news very well because humans. He basically says, you're crazy. Humans can't get along with each other. Why would you want that many aliens on the planet? It's going to go bad. And they kind of part ways over it. Back home, Fury goes to the ceremony for Agent Hill's coffin being returned home and has a difficult exchange with her mom. Gravik, meanwhile, goes to see the British Prime Minister, the commander of NATO, as well as other dignitaries who are, of course, actually SKRULL, and speaks of war with the humans to them. And he is made general of the anti-human SKRULL forces on Earth, but not unanimously. The dissenting member of the group leaves and reports on what happened in the meeting to Keller. Upon returning back to his headquarters, Gravik is greeted like a hero. Guy spies on a fellow SKRULL as he talks with a SKRULL scientist running some kind of experiment. We then go to a sort of meeting where Colonel Rhodes is in attendance and being grilled by a security council of a kind, including at least one SKRULL, over Fury and Keller having been at the bombing, but he sends them packing before being contacted by Fury for a meetup, at which Rhodes reads Fury the riot act, but Fury shrugs it off and brings the subject around to the SKRULL, which Rhodey already knows about. They argue a bit, and then Rhodes fires Fury, causing Fury to storm off quite upset. We then see Olivia Colman's character, and she shows up to a butcher shop, which is apparently a front for an interrogation room, and takes over an interrogation from some pissed off Russians. The subject being interrogated is non-cooperative, so she cuts off his finger, and it turns green, indicating that he's a SKRULL. As he continues to refuse to talk, she injects him with something that makes his blood literally boil. She's trying to find out where Gravik's headquarters is. He says he doesn't know, but he does tell her that the SKRULL are building a machine to make them stronger, and that the science of it is being led by a married couple by the name of Dalton. Meanwhile, Gravik shows up to the butcher shop, apparently to rescue his compatriot, and a violent shooting, knifing, punching, and kicking melee breaks out, requiring the Olivia Colman character to have to escape through an escape hatch in the floor. When asked, the rescued prisoner says that he only told Olivia Colman lies. As they're driving away from the shop, they see that one of the safe houses has been discovered. And it seemed to me like Gaia might have ratted it out. Then the car stops in the middle of the woods, and the prisoner that they rescued, whose name is apparently Brogan, is taken from the car and given a case of lead poisoning. They shoot him to death until he dies from it. Before the episode ends, Fury goes to retrieve a Land Rover from some nondescript garage and drives it to a house occupied by a SKRULL, whom he is apparently in a relationship with, and I think it's the woman that originally brought him Gravik. So, once again, it's always great to see Samuel L. Jackson. It's always great to see Olivia Colman. It's always great to see Emilia Clarke. I thought the interrogation scene was crazy. It was great to see Rhodey, Don Cheadle. But I don't know, man. There isn't a lot to this show. It's not bad. There's just not a lot to say about it. There's nothing remarkable about it. It's, probably good that it's only 6 episodes, because I think this would have worked better as a movie. And at 6 episodes is going to be a long movie. But I'm hoping that by next episode or the one after that, they build to something that, it gets you hooked or is impactful, because so far it's just been a lot of build up, a lot of busy work, a lot of leg work, nothing really exceptional has happened. So, I don't know, maybe it's coming. And I it's not that I don't like shows like that. Andor was like this, and I liked that a lot, but I think that show was better because of the character studies that were in it and the way those were constructed, which we don't really see that here. That's not really happening here. So, it's not bad. I'm not disliking it, but it's slow going and there's not a lot to say about it. Like I said, Samuel Jackson, great. Amelia Clark, great. Olivia Colman, exceptional. Don Cheadle, woo. But other than that, it's kind of it's unremarkable. So I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here for now because there's not much else to say, but I will be back to review episode 3 once it's released. Until I return, I wish you peace and long life.